let me tell you, every time I hear that song, it reminds me that I have victory. Many of you all know we just came through a storm, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about victory and what does it look like. And tonight, I just want to go live really quickly because um, of the fact that I needed to really talk. I needed to really say some things, go back and recap, just go back over a couple of things. And guess what? Impulse Summit is in the bag. Let me say this. Impulse Summit is the bag 2024. And I just got the phone with an amazing young lady that called me from Philadelphia that is excited about being a part of it. She said all the aspects of victory and what she was looking for. And that's what made me really want to go live tonight. Let me go ahead and say this. I want to thank so many people. There's so many people that contributed to Impulse Summit, to the Victory Impulse Summit, and that's our core specialists, of course. That is our key holders. That's the AV department, Devlin with the video photography, entertainment, Sam and the band. We had decor and all these things that just came and flowed through our founders. Oh my goodness, our founders. We had our future professionals. We want to thank them for being a part of it, as well as our educators, DJ Levi. We don't want to leave him out. Did an amazing job throughout the entire weekend. We had food that was served by my cousin Jason and Dwayne at the Orange event. We had a triple threat, and that is Sierra and Tracy and Kayla that performed at MIM, along with Ashton Moss that was there. So it was so many things when it comes to entertainment that was there. The hotel staff did an amazing job. Key holders, definitely want to thank them. We are already starting back up for 2025. Let me see here. Just the education. We were so full. And so that's what made me get full, because I'm going back and reflecting, because I'm writing about the performance that I'm going to be doing in Houston, Texas with Miss Kai Smith. And it just reminded me of a couple of things, and it just made me reflect on some things. And I just want to go live tonight just to say thank you. Thank you to everyone, even the individuals that bought their spouses with them, their significant others, their partners with them. Thank you that now we have now incorporated family through this thing. And so going through this storm this weekend is so important to know about family and friends and reaching out to people and making sure that people know what victory looks like and all these things. I'm telling you, today has been a very emotional day for me. I left out of the house to go to the grocery store, and I seen so many people who lost things, and it just reminded me what victory looked like. And even though they may have lost the materialistic things, they still have victory, and that's what it's about. It's about the fact that I've seen them still being able to be in the grocery store and say, we made it through. And, me being able to send a text message out or talk to people like today, talking to Gretchen. And she said, Mitch, I'm so glad I came. Thank you for reaching out to me, because I'm already ready for 2025. And, just getting back over to what we have to do, what we have to get back into, and that is victory. Let's go over the many years of Impulse Summit. For those who, if this is your first year at Impulse Summit, you've never heard of Impulse Summit, let me just go back to telling you a couple of things that God has revealed to me. Right, we made it, Sierra. First thing is, it was make room. And I constantly said that because your gifts will make room for you. And not on those things, but the gifts that you give up will make room for you, which means not being selfish. So we got to think about what to make room. 2020, reveal. It was the time when we had to go through and see things without sight. We had to go through COVID, and we had to go through certain things that we didn't realize. So 2020, it was called reveal. If there's so many of us that have been with us for all 6 years. Now let's go to the next one. And the next one was stretch. People had to stretch to get there. And I really did not know what that meant until I seen about the whole stretching thing and leaving out and coming back, but you coming back a different way. You did not return the same. So that's what stretch meant. And then it was breathe. Now, when God gave me breathe, I was like, okay, God, this is a summit. I'm not understanding what you mean about the breathe thing, but I'm going to go with it because you gave it to me. You downloaded it to me, right? Breathe was something that I did not realize how many people, including myself, had so much stuff on their chest, so many things that they was carrying that they could not breathe. And it was an opportunity for them to come there and take a breath, breathe in new things and not the old, and just look at something new. So that was something that God gave me when it comes to breathe. And then last year, it was believe. And I always tell people, God sends me confirmations on things. And when he said it was believe, what I had to realize is, do we still believe? And even now I'm looking at, do we still believe? Do we still trust? Do we still know what God can do? And, going through again the storm, and it was a category 3. They said it was a 3. I promise you all, if that was a 3, I did not want to see 4 or 5. That's just period. And so believing that God and trusting in what he can do, there's nothing you can't tell me what God can't do. Seeing what we went through is believing. Seeing is believing. And God had to show us even in the darkest time, because the storm came at night. And what we don't realize is when things come at night, we have all the lights out and you can't see anything in the dark. And there's so many people who don't have their power right now. And when you think about going in the dark, even without a flashlight or candles, and when you said getting ready for something, right? You still don't know what's going to happen because you're walking in the dark and the vision is not there. And you have to trust him when you can't trace them. And I had to trust him when we could not trace him and did not know he was all around us. But I anointed every window in this house, every door. I prayed over every crevice. I touched heads. I touched bedposts in this house with the oil that I received from Impulse Summit. I touched everything, every window, front, back, up, down, you name it. I covered this house because I believe in the blood. I believe in the oil. I believe in what God had to say and what he can do. So that's why I choose to come through and just say, I plead the blood. I plead the blood throughout this entire home, even when it was shaking. And even when I looked outside and I did not sleep at all, because I was also wondering just how God was going to do it. And he did. He did. So that was the belief factor. And then it came into the victory. The victory, when it was all said and done, early in the morning, 4 something, almost 5 o'clock in the morning, when it was calm and everything ceased, right? That was the victory. The victory is the fact that we made it through. The victory is the fact that you may not have power and we may not have gas. We may not have the things, the essentials that we need, but we have our life. We have another day to say thank you. And that's why I had to go live, because so many people call, text, inbox, message. They did all kind of things to get to me to say, hey, Mitch, we're thinking about you. We're praying for you. We're praying for those who are in Florida. And as we're praying, we pray for so many people. And today, when I looked around and my daughter took me out, right, Tracy, we made it. When I looked around and I seen so many people who they were trying to, even today, get out their houses and going to the grocery store, I was emotional. I lost it today because I felt helpless. Like, God, what can I do? I can't swim, but I can feed somebody. I can cook something. I can give you a shower. I can do something, anything. I'm trying to see what could I do. And that was the victory. The victory, when it's all said and done, is we got through it. We believed it, right? Trust him when I couldn't even trace him. When it was dark in the house and all I heard was the growls and the whirling of the sweet wind, all I could do was trust him when I could not trace him. And I put it on every place in this house, just like we do at Impulse Summit. Every door, every place that I did, I put the oil all over this place. Even on Chris' forehead, I put it everywhere. Everywhere. Cover us. Cover us in the midst of this. And when they said it was a 5, and we're going to talk about that number 5, okay? We'll talk about that number 5, and it is powerful. Many of y'all know that's my number. I've been seeing 55. I've been seeing a lot. But it's something about that number. We're coming up in 25 right now. There's something that happened in 24 that was so powerful. One of the things is our education. One of the things that Gretchen said to me, she said, Micheline, I really did take classes like Zan Ray and Tom class, and I took the mental health class. And she was naming all these classes she took. She said, I really did take these classes because it gave me balance. I'm gonna tell you something. When God said it was victory, if you look at the V, it's going to give you balance, right? It's going to give you the victory of knowing the balance part of what we are missing in life. And that is the empathy, that's the sympathy to help someone else. So when you pour out, you're supposed to hurt. When you cut yourself, it's supposed to hurt. So when you're looking for victory, victory is supposed to hurt because there is a battle that you have to go through to get victory. So that battle of the wind, that battle of the storm, the trees, the breaking of the limbs, all these things was all a battle. But at the end, when it settled, we was able to see the remnants of victory. And that was able to say, we made it through. God, I thank you. I thank you that we made it through, not just me, but so many more that made it through. That you may have lost your vehicle, you may have lost your power, you may have lost your food, you may have lost your home, but you got life. And that's what I had to be grateful for. So it was an emotional day for me today, big time. Like I lost it. I got so nerved and so sad and my emotions was all over the place because God had to show me what victory was when I had to ride out and see. When we want to complain about things, when we want to talk about things, there's victory on the other side of those things that we're going through. We say, oh, woe is me. I may not have hot water, but you have water. That's the victory part of it all. If you have something, that's the victory part of it all. And that's what I had to go through today. When I left the house and my daughter's like, Mom, I don't really have any gas. And we trying to ride around trying to find a gas. And I'm like, Kai, my car is full. If anything, we got the victory because at least we got a vehicle with gas in it. We calling around trying to find stuff. And I said, even if we don't find it, let's stay still, which is what Pastor talked about on last Sunday, standing still. And let's talk about that a little bit. The educational part of Impulse Summit is just bigger than hair. It's bigger than hair. I'm going to say that again. It's bigger than hair. So if you came there just for the educational portion, I'm quite sure you was fulfilled. And when it says fulfill, means full of nothing but the fullness of what God can do, being filled up, overflow, and abundance. And so I thank the educators. I really do. And there's so many that just came to mind. There's so many that, that we can show. It's so many that we can talk about. And I experienced this person class and this, this, and this. And I'm trying to understand. Did you really take in what they were saying in class? That it wasn't about a God bag. It was what you put in the bag. Like today, Gretchen said, Mitch, I took my bag to church and I told them to give it to God. This is what she just said to me. I gave it to God in the bag that I got from Zan Ray and Tom. So education made a difference. Education made a difference of not just these two individuals, but there's so many more that was poured into. So many more. So when it says education, restoration, all of these things that we're talking about, that we transform lives spiritually, personally, and professionally, that's what Impulse Summit is about. I feel it. And I don't know how many more out there that can feel it. When somebody can repeat what somebody said. Like, I know what Pastor said. And we'll talk about it in a minute. But let's go to that amazing event that we had. The orange event that we initially put up for the first year. We want to make, it was a different, thank you. We wanted to make sure that it was something for founders. It was something to make people feel very special. I think now, and even looking at this today, what do we do to make people feel special about? And Zan Ray and Tom Collins, they assisted with that. And we asked at the beginning of last year, who you with? Who you with in 2024? Who you with? And we kept saying it, who you with? And we're going to ask that again, who you with in 2025? So the Orange event was full of friends. It was a friend reunion.
And now you gotta follow me, right? Anytime somebody fall on the ground, you check they what? Pulse to see if they what? Alive. Let's do this real quick. Just start right. Sit down. Come on. Get louder. It's getting 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 louder. Somebody stomp on the floor. Stomp on the floor. Beat the table. That's gonna be our battle cry. We're gonna do that every night. Every night we gonna do that. And DJ, you know what song I want you to play on it? The rocking chair one with the rock.
So listen, that's why we want to thank everyone that came to Who You With Orange Party. I told you I had a very emotional day, so I needed to see something to make me smile, and that did. I'm just looking at all the amazing people in the room. I'm looking at all the smiles, all the people hugging each other. That's what I need to see today after, again, a very emotional day all over the place. And so when you look at these things today, you can, right, Angie, you can smile and say, look, we had an amazing time September 21st to the 23rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was victory. It's still victory. It's victory today in October. It is still victory, and we are still going out the remnants of victory then. Let's see. Let's go into our now. After we had the day event, we have had our menopause, where we had very in-depth conversations, the men and the ladies, and they were separate, and we were together at one time. And this right here just let me know that it was amazing that people brought their spouses and they brought their loved ones, and they were able to sit down and just have some really in-depth conversations. And that was important to us. The importance of being able to see how they can cry and talk and, be able to express themselves. And I know that room is going to be filled from front to back next year. We're already claiming that, with people bringing their significant others and their spouses to Impulse Summit, because of the fact that that discussion needed to be done, needed to be said. And we're so glad that, we had the mental health therapist there that came along and assisted people with different things that we may have, we may be going through, that we was able to talk it out and talk it through. So those things was great. The ladies and we had a great conversation with our First Lady LaToya on the other side. And we had so many people who gave us insight. Amber Screen, mental health therapist. So we were able to really talk things out on our side, and it really opened up to all ages. Doesn't matter, when we say menopause is not just about, when we say men, pause, that was the men's section, but the women was about menopause. And many of y'all, I shared with you all so many things that I went through in my phases of menopause. And so these are things why we needed to show and talk about the victory of it all. And that was going into our MIM, and where we had the triple threat perform there. And that was Sierra, and that was Tracy and Kayla perform. And we had an amazing dancer that performed at the MIM. And we was able to introduce to you to some of our core specialists that was there. Something that we do every year. Triple Threat came in and they showed us different aspects of powerful ladies that's in the world. And so we're so from the beginning of time into now, but to now. And so these are things that we all collectively, they came together and did a great collaboration. And that is where Impulse Summit will meet you and make you family and make you friends and make you love each other even more and more. And that's what it's about. It's about that. And again, going back to this weekend, Middleton, it showed you about unity, collaboration, helping each other, being friends with your neighbors that you may not have talked to before, but saying, hey, I got a tarp. You need somebody to help you clean this up? That's what it's about. Where your indifferences, nobody was indifferent. You didn't see no colors. You didn't see, houses, homes, whatever they was. You didn't see that. Everything was clear. Everything was clear. I'm talking about you didn't see nothing but, can I help my brother and my sister? And that's where that collaboration of Impulse Sunday come in. Now let's go into our early Sunday morning post. Pastor started in Exodus, and it was 17 and 12 in Exodus. And he's talking about standing on the rock. And I don't know how many people still have their rock, but I do. I keep it by my bed. Like every time Impulse Summit gives something away, I keep that. And it's not, I don't want to say giveaway. We gift people with certain things like the blessed oil, the keys that's around my neck, the oil that I anointed the house with before the storm started. And of course, our prayer cloth. But this spiritual enrichment gathering, Pastor Major Jones, was so powerful till it shifted the room. It changed the trajectory of everything that was in front of it, behind it, beside it. He shook it up and he exposed some things that was in there.
I need the walkers. I need the walkers to get out in the highways and say, yeah, go out. this is a valley. Anywhere that you can walk, there is a valley. But I need you to know that victory is coming to the valley. Have enough people. I need everybody to say victory is coming to the valley. How can I say it? Because water can settle on the top of the mountain, but it goes down in the valley. If you want to see green grass, go down in the valley. If you want to see strong fruit, go down in the valley.
Jesus, have mercy. I almost ran around this room because when he talked about in the valley, we talking about the mud. Things can be developed in the valley. And so if you have not been in the valley, hold on a little while longer because there's victory in the valley. And he told us to walk. Because sometimes we will be stagnant where we're standing instead of moving and moving on whatever God tells you to do. Even when it sounds crazy, do it and move. If he say stand still, like Pastor talked about Sunday, stand still and shake it off. These are things we're just talking about victory in the valley and standing on the stone. If you still got your stone, let me tell you, mine is by my bed. I bought a special jar just for my stone and the other items that was placed in our hands at Impulse Summit. So, oh yes, it is victory in the valley. In the midst of this mess, there is victory when it's all said and done because we made it through. We was able to walk through and walk out and look around and say, God, look here. You got us through it. When we was in the dark and could not see anything in the valley, you brought up sunshine. In the midst of the mess, God did it. He gave us victory over all the things. He gave it to us. And we're so glad that we can stand on the stone. So if you have your stone, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I rubbed my stone. I was thinking about it. Victory in the valley. He talked about Exodus, exiting out of. We're not going into anything else, but nothing but victory over victory. And now we're going into the number 5. And we're going to talk about that a little later. Y'all got to realize what 5 means. It's not just meaning the words that we always say, but it's something even more powerful that we're going to talk about even more. So if you are preparing yourself, and that's what God gave me, the word prepare. He gave me that word September the 20th, when we was driving down to Charlotte, North Carolina. I was asked, what is God saying? He said, prepare. And we woke up to a storm hitting Tampa on that Tuesday. And then now we're talking about another storm hitting Tampa. The word prepare. And it's not, sometimes we think it's a bad thing, but God is telling us to prepare for what he's about to do, that he's about to give us an overflow and abundance. And even though he washed away all those other things, there is victory in the valley. We just hold on. There is victory when it's all said and done. When the sun come out, we see victory. When I was able to touch myself and say, I made it through a 3, when it's supposed to be a 5 category, God said, I made sure y'all were covered. So yes, if you have your oil, because mine is all over this house right now, through the valley and all these things, I gave it. I gave it my all, and I gave it up to God. And even though I was shaky at times, I got to admit, because when those trees was coming, I said, Lord, you got to stop it right now. I started talking and rebuking, like, you got to stop this right now. Like this, I cannot, but I can, because he allowed me to see just how powerful he was and how prayer changes things. We witnessed it. Prayer changes things. I don't know about y'all, but the power of prayer changes every trajectory where anybody can put in front of you. It can change it. And it did, because it made it come down. God said, I got this. Despite what everyone else is saying, that it was a meteorologist said it was a 5, God said, listen, I'm going to make it enough to where you know I am God and God alone. So there's victory in the valley, in the middle of the mess, in the middle of this. There is victory because we can stand here on this live tonight and say it. And it just reminds us, and what they just put up there is Cream Awards Gala. That was victory because we was able to see a young lady get gifted by Sharon Reeves. And how beautiful, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. Her is hair, education, and restoration. We restored. Sharon restored something in her, resuscitated her, revived her. So don't think that it was just about a hairstyle, because it's deeper than that. It was about how she made her feel, even today. What are we doing? The Cream Awards, we gave out so many awards, and we was able to see husbands and wives, and they were able to, tell us their experience for being there the first time. And we had first time individuals from South Carolina that was there, and Chicago that was in the building. And, there's my grandson that brings me joy. And, just seeing how Chris was hosting and just how everyone was just having such a ball with all the core specialists and all the individuals that have been there, whether it was their first year, second or third, and my sister and my family, because I'm big on family. I'm big on family. And, looking at my nieces and my baby sisters, all of this was about it. And seeing Ashton Moss in his performance, just seeing him blossom into such an amazing, humble spirit that's contagious. That's contagious. You can't beat it at all. And just seeing, different awards being given out, like the power couple that was given out to two other power couples, and our top tier sponsor, and that was Miss Kai Smith. Being able to see them awards, and my mentor, none other than Miss Betty Clausen. So when you look at these things, and Brandy, Shanae, individuals that's doing something in the industry, and Kia Neal, Naha, and today is her birthday. So, shout out to Kia. And we have Damien and Jermaine from No Grease that was sponsors. We gave them because they do so much in the community that it is unreal that a lot of people just don't even realize what they do. And then, Corey Paul, we surprised him with one as well. And we're so glad that we was able to do that for him, because he is an inspiration to so many people. And Kay giving him his award, and Kay did the match where she matched individuals to come to Impulse Summit because she believed in it. And then Chris, doing this special surprise for me, and you deserve it. And I cried so hard, and because a lot of times you don't realize, because you are such a giver, you don't realize how much you pour out, and then people pour back in. And that was just so amazing to me, just to see the overflow and abundance of love that was shown. And yes, I was crying, because God is so amazing. God is such a good God, and he's worthy to be praised. And just looking at everyone from the food, people videotaping the food, and people, showing, oh my God, like this is the things we had. Like, I needed to see this today. I needed to go back and just recap on some things, because when you go through a time when you're sad and you see people losing things, and people are impacted, I need to go back and see a time when there was joy, and there was faith, and there was spirit in the room, and it was so many people just having fun. That's what I need to see.
And I tell y'all, we not missing no meals up in here, okay? We not starving for anything. We not wanting anything. This menu is so diverse, so robust, so fulfilling. And I'm about tired of eating right now, but I'm just looking at all this food I want you all to see. Not missing any meals up in here, okay? Mitch covered it all, okay? I'm gonna go over you because I'm taller. Go ahead. Okay? We're gonna make sure everybody's covered.
I said, lady, you
Salmon, anyone? We are not missing any meals, okay?
Trey tracks, I think we got one.
Yeah. Let me see you walk. Yeah, I know that you can talk. You talking that, but let me see if you can walk.
When you look back at this, I just want to, because we are recording. Okay, we're going to do one more. Let's make sure
Yeah, I know that you can talk. You talking that, but let me see if you can walk. Let me see you walk. Yeah, I know that you can talk. You talking that, but let me see if you can walk. Yeah, I know that you can talk. You talking that, but let me see if you can walk. Let me see you walk. Yeah, I know that you can talk. You talking that, but let me see if you can walk.
So listen, we had to laugh at that because it's all family and fun at the cream event. And so the gala is something that's a staple. Everyone looks so good in that cream. So get prepared for 2025, so don't call me talking about, Mitch, I can't find my cream. Go ahead and start now, because everybody was like, can we run that back again? And there's a lot more things that we are really planning on doing even more at the cream, and as well as the other events throughout the weekend. And so be prepared for September. But I also want you all to know that we have something that we did and we do every year. It's called the release. At this release, it was so powerful. And we had Imani Rayford there. It was so powerful, along with Pastor Jones. Till I don't know about y'all, but there's so many things that was left at the altar. There were so many things that people did not pick up anymore. There were so many things that was prophesied and said that people said there's no way they knew. There's no way that they knew this. I was going through this. Is no, like people was telling certain things on the last live that there's no way, especially meeting them for the first time, that they should have known that this was going on in my life, and the confirmation that they gave people. The release, something powerful. So yes, the release is something that, again, when you go back and reflect on things, and you go back and recap, and I know that word re means again, when you think about those things, God said, I'm gonna give it to you again. I'm gonna give it to you better. And so we did a release and we left it there, and God is going to give us back even better. So when I say, and I tell a lot of people, when I say the number 5, I'll be turning 55 in April. And we're discussing doing something in April. We're only 55 people that's going to be coming to Orlando, Florida to join me. We're going to do a retreat there. And I don't know whether, you want to be one of those 55 that will join us in Orlando, Florida for the retreat of the 55. And the number 5, not just means grace, right? Or favor, but it also means insight. It means repentance. It means redemption. It means saving, and it means to take back. The word take. And when you say the word take, that means we're taking back all the things that we thought we lost. And so when we look at that, it's a very powerful word. And I'll be turning 55, which means God's going to give me double for my trouble and triple for my trials, right? That's what it's about. It's about looking at going back and saying, God, please forgive me. And Pastor talked about acts and how we pray, adore, confess, testify, and also coming in supplication, right? We got to come through and look at our redeeming. It's time to redeem those things. It's time to get it back. And it's time to repent and say, God, forgive us for those things and save up. It's time for us to save up all the things that we thought we lost, the things that we can give back, and just getting back into the churches and just saving us, saving our lives, saving financially, saving in the things, and pouring into the right things. Pouring into the right things. And so when you think about that, when you think about the 5, and we're going in 25, and I'll be 55. It's a lot of 5s all over the place. And God is just showing me over and over. It's time to take it back. Time to bring it back. Bring it back. Take it back. All those things that you thought you lost. Take back your industry. Take back your business. Take back your mind. Take back. So when it says prepare for 25. Prepare. When God gave you the word, he's telling you, prepare, that it's going to be a greatness. It's going to be something that's so amazing. So when he's telling us to prepare for things, he's only letting us know to prepare for bigger belief, prepare for making room, prepare to breathe better, prepare to stretch wider, prepare to believe even better, and prepare for victory. And God is saying prepare. So yes, we have registration open. If you want to join us in 2025, registration is open. You can join us to lock in. Once you lock in, they'll make payments for you up until that time. You have until September of next year. September of next year to get it. If you want to be a part of the 55 in Orlando, Florida, the Retreat 55, inbox us and let us know at Impulse Summit, and let us know that you want to be a part of the 55 in Impulse Summit retreat. And so it's going to be 55 individuals to join us in Orlando for this retreat. And it is the body and the balance of the mind. Okay. Bringing it back. Bringing it back. Come on. Retreat 55. Join us in April in Orlando, Florida, because it's going to be a time where we are going to join forces even more to get the mind right. It's a breathing time, and we're going to go back over and make room, stretch, breathe, believe. All these things are going to be in Orlando, Florida. So if you want to be a part of 55 in April, let me know. You could be a part of my birthday retreat, 55 in Orlando, Florida. If you want to be a part of both, you can. You can be at the retreat, and you also can be at Impulse Summit in September. So registration is open. You can go to our website and register now, lock in, so that you can be in the first 125 founders, 125 founders. Once we get to 125 of founders, that's it, because we are doing some more special things for those VIP founders. Of course, we had the orange event. Of course, we had the MIM event, VIP seating, standing. We take care of you. We feed you, all those things. So yes, the first 125 founders get a special price for Impulse Summit. So if you are part of going to be of that 125, let us know. If you're going to be in that 55 retreat, let us know. So the 5 is very powerful. My sister be turning 50. And I'll be turning 55. So there's something in those 5s that's going to be very powerful in there. We have the keys to Impulse Summit. Do you believe? Do you believe in that? Impulse Summit has changed so many people. It's changed me. And that's why today, just going over, listening to the phone call from Gretchen, I had to hear something that made me smile. And I sent out emotional text messages to my key holder, my team. I sent emotional text messages to Tracy and Sierra and Kayla, and all those because I'm like, listen, I just need y'all to know I love y'all. Like what I experienced, I need people to know I love you. I sent it to my sister. I sent it to my mom and my cousin. I'm like, I need y'all to know I love y'all. I have been emotional all day today. And this brought me joy just to see people smiling, people having fun, knowing that there's victory in the valley, just understanding what it's about, that retreat that we're talking about, the 5, and knowing about when God said prepare. When he gave me that word, September the 20th, and they asked me, what is God saying to me? He said, prepare. This was way before a storm, the first storm, Helen, that came. We woke up to that storm and had to get back to Tampa on that Tuesday. And now this storm here, and they both happen on a Wednesday. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not thinking about it, there's something in these numbers. It's something that God is doing. He's releasing something so powerful. So yes, prepare, because 2025 is going to be so amazing. God said, take it back. It's a time we're going to take things back, the things that we lost, the things that we gave up, because God is going to give it to us in abundance and overflow. So let's get ready for the savings. Let's get ready for the repentance. Let's get ready for the redemption. Let's get ready to take it back. Let's get ready, because all these things God is saying, I'm going to give you back, because you have victory and you understand that victory is still going to be going on and on and on and on. So it's going to be victory in 25. It was victory in 24. It's going to be victory throughout. Pick us up. Come on, baby. Come on, Zan. Y'all come on and join us at this retreat 55 in Orlando, Florida, because I will be turning 55. But it's something about those numbers 55, baby. That's our God always told me that it's going to be powerful and strong. We're going to take it back. So if you look around and you're thinking about the fact that you can feel yourself, you made it through. If you can touch yourself on the shoulder and you can tap yourself on the mind, I made it through. And God, listen, if I made it through this, I know you got many more assignments for me to complete. I'm not done yet. I'm not done with what God is asking me to do. I'm not done yet. This is just the beginning. So even though I'm turning 55, either way it goes, I'm still 55. I'm still going to be 55 in April. And God is going to give us favor, grace, overflow. He's going to give it to us, and he's going to make sure that we all, I always tell people, anybody attached to me win. And I say that if you attached to me, you win. If I'm attached to you, we win. Period. Let's connect together. So today, again, going through that emotional roller coaster today, I needed to go and do a recap. And RE means again. I needed to see it again. I need to see and refresh myself on victory when it's all said and done. And before you get to any victory, you got to go through a battle. So there is no woe is me if you think that you losing your salon or your car, or if you're losing your lights and you don't have any food. You got life. You got life. And if nothing else, God said, I'm going to give it to you in abundance because you believed in me and you trust me. And when you couldn't even trace me, Micheline, when you didn't even see me, and you seen all the winds blowing, and you seen all the things flickering and you seeing all the things growling. You trusted me. You trusted me. And yes, it got a little shaky. And I cried out. I said, God, you got to stop this right now. You got to stop this right now. And ceasing. He ceased the storm. And he can do that. So when I look at somebody that says, I lost my car, but I can get another one. And someone said, I don't have lights, but I got a candle and flashlights. I don't have any food, Mitch. Hey, come on over. Let's get together. Let's have a little slumber party over here at the house. And we cook. And it's joy to see people around the table. That's what it's about. When you can look across and you see your sister and your brother at Impo Summit that you never thought. I never had a brother, a real brother. I never had a real brother. I have a brother, yes, but not a one that came from my mom and my dad. But I can say I have brothers. I have sisters. Phil is my brother, yes, that grew up with me. But now I can say I got Arkevius, that's my brother. And I got Tom, that's my brother. And I got Dave Ray, that's my brother over there. And I could point across the room at different people. Michael, that's my brother. And I can say, sister, oh, there's Gretchen, and there's Cindy, and there's Kia, and there's Freddie, and there's Dee, and there's, Tracy, and there's Sierra, and there's Kayla. I got sisters. I was growing up with one sister, Clarice, but now I got sisters. I got Angie, that's a sister. Like, I got people that I can call. That's my sisters and my brothers. And yes, I am my sister and my brother's keeper. That's what it's about. So when we call around and saying, what can I do? What can I help with? And people, just pouring out. And I'm just like, Dad was like, man, people was calling me. And, people want to send helicopters. Like, I'm like, wow. I still got an assignment to fulfill. And people are looking for me. And I got to show up. Ask yourself, are you ready to show up in 25? Ask yourself, are you ready to show up in 25? Yes. We're already forward thinking. Think about ahead. Think about the victory in the valley. Think about it that whatever you're going through right now, trouble don't last always. Think about it. That you can flick on a light, and even if you can't, you got a flashlight. If you can't, daylight, darkness don't last always. It wakes up. So it's going to wake up to sunshine. That's guaranteed. And when I was looking at Genesis and I started reading the book of Genesis, I said, what did God create first? He set boundaries. He gave us daylight and nighttime. He gave us land and water. He gave us these things. He gave us the sky and the ground. He set boundaries. He set boundaries. So when I started studying Genesis, it just prepared me to know that the word prepare is not a bad thing. We can always look at it as being a bad thing. Prepare means God said, I want you to prepare more inside of me. Put me in the equation more. Put me where I need to be. Re means put me again. Put me in my proper position again, because we forgot. We had him everywhere else. But did we which means before. Re means again. Did we put him in his position again? So many videos I've seen with people saying, God, Jesus. People called out to him more on videos that I've seen than ever before. Wasn't Shane was shy to say it then? Calling him before. Prepare means pre-existent. Means before. Means do it before it happens. Put God first before something happens. Put him first. Don't wait until it happens and then say, God, I need you. Say, God, I need you before it happens. So prepare. Some people say, oh, people wasn't prepared. You don't know what people could not do. Maybe they could not be in a position for preparation. But if they prepared with prayer, they did it because they made it through. And just because they asking for gas, don't mean they wasn't prepared. They just not had enough. Maybe we didn't have enough of God inside of us at the time. So pre means before. R-E in pre means again. So put him in position again where he needs to be. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So if things flooded through and washed out, it's okay. God got something bigger and better. And sometimes we think it means a bigger place or a bigger house or a bigger salon. No, it means it could be in a smaller place, but you thinking bigger. You could do bigger things because you don't have all that overhead over you. You don't have all those worries because you're worrying about everybody else that you're trying to bring with you. When God said, I need you to understand, to put me first before you can help someone else. Almost like you're on the airplane. What did it tell you? Put your oxygen mask on yourself first before you can help somebody else. That's preparing. We prepare just in case there is a storm. We prepare by putting God first. So it doesn't matter what someone may say about you lost this and, oh my God, I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have enough gas. Stay there. Don't even move. Maybe it's your time to not even move. We don't have any power at the salon. I can't work. But you know what? I am preparing myself for when I get back because I'm going to up to the salon and anoint the salon with oil. Every chair and pray over this, and we'll be open tomorrow between 12 and 1. Bring a flashlight just in case you like. I'm preparing to go up there, and they may think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna make sure I anoint the door hinges and the chair because I'm going to prepare for overflow of people coming in when we do open back up. Yes, I'm going to prepare for that. I'm going to speak to those chairs like Mr. Deli did when he said there was nobody there, but he spoke to the boxes. I'm going to speak to the boxes. I'm going to speak to the products. I'm going to prepare my chair for when my book open, that the overflow and abundance is going to come in. I'm not going to say, woe is me. Oh, Lord, if I don't work, I don't get paid. This is true. A man that don't work, don't eat. But I'm also preparing because I'm planting a seed so that when I water it, whether it's with tears or whether it's with the overflow of water, what's going to happen when that seed come out? God said, I got you. What you worried about? Sit still and recap over what just happened, Micheline. Go back and do a recount. Go back and resurface all the things that you just went through. When God said prepare, he said prepare for this. Right. He gonna give us double for our trouble. Just like Tamika said when she lost everything. God will restore it all and more. He did it for me after Katrina. Double, Tamika. Double. And Tamika came to Impulse Summer for the first time. For the first time. That's my sister. When she came up to me and said, Mitch, listen, I want us to collab on something. Say no more. Preparing. What you need me to do, sister? Put me in, coach. Yeah. You know what? You selling your furniture only because God said, I'm going to give you something even better. That was old. You need to let that go anyway. I got something better for you, Thea. So we ain't crying over spilled milk. Let's clean it up. Because the cup is going to be overflowed and filled back up. That's what's going to happen. He's going to give it to us. So that milk that we spilled, clean it up. No. We ain't going to cry over that milk. Because that cup is going to be filled. And it's going to be so much overflow. I'm going to have to give Tamisha, hey, Tamisha, come get some of this. Hey, I need you to come get some of this, Thea. Because my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. So Tamika, when my cup overflow, everything attached to me win. I say all the time, everything attached to me win. And you're right. When you're attached to good ground, God got no choice but to bless it. When you're attached with the right people, with the right heart, with the right intentions, doing the right thing. My girlfriend Gretchen called me today. And when I tell you, she said she had to go back and repent and ask for forgiveness for people who she may have hurt, who she may have done something against. She said, Impulse Summit made me do that. She said, because I cannot go another day walking around here wondering if I hurt somebody's feelings. Overflowing abundance. Tamika, I'm telling you, it's getting ready to be so big. You're like, wow, that girl dripping oil. I'm gonna be dripping oil. You're gonna be dripping oil. Everything attached gonna be oily. This house is oily. If you look at these windows, it's crazy. Because I did just like this. Everyone. No. No. I plead the blood on every door, everything, on foreheads. If you walk past me, you was getting the oil dripped on you, baby. I wasn't even playing. So it's okay. It's okay if we thought we lost something. The year 525 means we ready to take it back. And you got to stand firm on that word. Stand firm on everything that someone tried to do to you. When they tried to come up against you, whatever they tried to do, this is the year to prepare for overflow and abundance. This is the year, 25, when God said, I'm about to give it to you. I'm about to redeem, cash in, take it back. God, listen, please forgive me for the things I've done wrong. But I'm ready to prepare, which means put you in the position that you need to be. God, I thought I lost my job. God, I thought I lost my car. God, I thought you just removed it. So prepare for what God is about to do. Prepare in 25. Because I'm telling you, he's going to give it to us in the halfway mark in April. He's going to give it to us in September. So if you are ready to join us for the 55 retreat, I'm only accepting 55 people for my 55th birthday in Orlando, Florida for a retreat. Right? We're getting back. We're getting aligned. We're getting balanced. So retreat 55. And then come on in and register now in Charlotte, North Carolina. For the first 125 people. That's right. 125 people that is preparing for something big. Join us in Charlotte. You can register on our site. If you want to join me for the 55 retreat, inbox us at Impulse Summit or inbox me and let me know you want to be a part of the retreat, because I'm only accepting 55 people for this retreat. Okay? Let us know. Let us know, because that's going to be a birthday celebration. I'm turning 55, and baby, it's going to be big. And I thank you all for joining me making me smile today, making me just recap, because again, my anxiety is just, and I didn't even realize I had so much just build up in me. And I'm walking around the house just sad. But I had to go back and I had to watch this again. I had to rewatch. RE means again, I had to rewatch it. Because I need to see people smile and people have fun and people enjoy. And I had to, I had to call back and hear what Gretchen had to say. And she said, I enjoyed Mom and I enjoyed everything about it. And I got my seed and I got my stone. I'm standing on a stone and I got my God bag. And I told people, give it to God. And things that just overflowed. And when I look at the fact that when you said I deserve it, so many of us deserve what's going to happen in 2025, prepare for it. We can see couples and families come together and children join us, and we can see where our generation is coming from, and we can see where our future lies, and we can see what we can do. God said, just show up. Show up in spaces where men and women can come and have comfortable conversations. Just show up and you'll learn about even more what's going to happen. Every person that has been with us, I know Renee is one of them that's been with us for 6 years. Make room, reveal, stretch, breathe, believe, victory. And let's see what God is preparing us for in 2025. Prepare, because I feel it. And remember this, everything attached to us win. Say that to so many people. Say, you know what? I am a winner. And I don't accept anything less. So the victory is all over it. You wake up in victory. You wake up in victory. Victory is everywhere, all around us. So God, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, from those who prepared the food, to those who did the decor, to those who, the hotel, you name it. I want to thank everybody. If you took a picture, and Tracy did something that was so good. If you have any pictures or any videos from Impulse Summit, tag us on Impulse Summit page. I need to smile. I need to be reminded that God is in the blessing business. There's victory when it's all said and done. So thank you all for the prayers, the calls, text messages. Thank you. Just thank you. I cannot say enough. Thank you, and thank you. From all of us at Impulse Summit. My heart to yours. And I always say this. And that's right. Tag us on pictures and do hashtag Victory24. Go ahead and prepare. Prepare for 25. So if you're going to be in that first 125, go ahead and start now and lock in to that for the 125. Because there's something about that 5, baby. Something about that 5 that's going to be off the chain in a great way, in a major way. So we love you. And y'all know I'm going to say this. There's nothing you can do about it. Good night, everybody. Tag us with your pictures.